So I never want to go into another basement, stay at another Airbnb, or basically go anywhere where there could possibly be an underground room or a tunnel. That stuff was scary. Welcome back to Wrestling with Horror. Today, we're talking about Barbarian. Let's go. So I finally got to check out the new movie Barbarian last night. As you know, it was on my list of most anticipated horror movies for the rest of the year. And I honestly didn't really know what to expect going into this. I watched the trailer, didn't really get a whole lot from it. It didn't tell me much. But, like I said, I don't know what I expected, but it wasn't this. This was one of the craziest, most twisted, it was insane. I could have not been prepared for this whatsoever. So, Barbarian, written and directed by Zach Kreger, tells the story of Tess, who is played by Georgina Campbell, going to stay at this Airbnb. She arrives there and finds that there's already somebody staying there. This character is Keith, played by Bill Skarsgård. So they talk a little bit, decide that it's safer if she stays there for the night because the neighborhood is trashy, run down, not the safest place. So she stays, and also I'm gonna do my best to avoid spoilers. If I get into anything kind of spoiler type stuff, I will give you a warning. I'm going to do my best to stay away from it though. During the night, some things start to happen. They get through that. Next day she gets up. She goes about her day, goes to her job interview. Comes back, and that's when the weird stuff starts happening. Actually, you know what? Forget it. I'm going all spoilers. So if you haven't seen this movie and you don't want it spoiled, stop watching now. So she goes into the basement to get toilet paper. The door locks behind her. She can't get out. She has the house key in her pocket. Her phone is upstairs. She cannot get out. She's stuck here. She finds this little rope that opens a door in the basement. Very creepy. Goes down the hallway after a little while. And basically, there's a room at the end of the hallway. There's a bed, a camera, and a bucket. We don't know what these things are for. She doesn't care. She just wants to get out. So, come to find out, Bill Skarsgård finally gets back, helps her out. He wants to go see it. He disappears. She goes after him, and then basically, just from the darkness, this creature, not really a creature, I don't guess, comes up behind him, grabs him, and smashes his head against the wall several times. And then we cut to black. We don't see what happens to Tess. Then we cut to AJ, played by Justin Long, who I said that I was looking forward to seeing in this movie. He's an actor in LA, going about his day, life is good. He gets a phone call saying that somebody is accusing him of sexual misconduct. So his life starts unraveling. We find out he has some rental properties that he has to sell to try to make some money back. Well, you can probably guess that the house in Detroit is one that's owned by him. He shows up, goes about his stuff. Basically, he finds the basement too, goes in there, finds whatever's going on down there. We meet Tess. She's been stuck down there for weeks. So, they try to escape. She gets out, goes to get help, comes back. Gosh, she goes back. Anyway, there's the whole subplot about how we find out that there was a man who used to live in the house back in the 80s who was a serial killer and a rapist. He would kidnap these women and basically impregnate them and then impregnate those kids. I mean, it is disgusting. It is sick, it is twisted, and it's just the most depraved thing that you could possibly think of. It's horrible. So anyway, Tess goes back down to find AJ. But AJ has already kind of escaped. He makes his way through the tunnels more. He's got his flashlight. He comes to the room and finds the old man still living. And basically, the old man kills himself. So AJ has the gun and he's running. And then he and Tess finally get out after he accidentally shoots her. He's helping her out. And then they meet this homeless man who is trying to keep them safe, but obviously it doesn't work because the other creature from the basement, the mother, who is trying to take care of Tess and AJ as her own children, comes through and kills this homeless man and chases them up to the top of a water tower. And here's where we get the most disgusting part of this movie. AJ looks at her and says, "I can get away. You just have to distract her." He grabs Tess and throws her off the top of the water tower. The mother dives after her. Then we just see a shot of the mother and Tess just laying on the ground, sprawled out there. He goes down, finds that Tess is still alive. And then the mother wakes up as well. And something I didn't mention is that we also had found out that AJ did do what he was accused of doing. And I'll address that in just a moment. But, so the mother wakes up and basically picks him up, gouges his eyes, and rips his head in half. And then the last thing we see in the movie is Tess shooting the mother and walking away. So that is Barbarian. So just, a few little last minute things here. I thought there was some good humor in this movie. The audience I shared the theater with was laughing at the right parts. My one gripe with the humor was that I did not want the humor to be coming from a man that we had just found out is a rapist. I don't want to be laughing at any jokes he's saying. And at the end of the movie, when he got what was coming to him, wasn't too upset about it. Not upset at all, actually. He got what he got. Now, as far as the rest of the movie, I thought it was very well told. It was beautifully shot. Everything about this movie just, it worked for me. I thought it was a very good movie. Don't know that it was quite my favorite movie of the year. Definitely probably gonna be top 5 or 10 that I've seen this year. So, I enjoyed it. I did not expect any of this to happen in this movie. It was intense. It was crazy. It was insane. So, that's my review of Barbarian. Let me know what you thought about the film in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like this video, and tell all your friends about everything that's coming very soon on Wrestling with Horror.